Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with a review of a comedy horror splatter film from 2009 from the director of Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. And tonight's movie is Smash Cut. Um, so this movie is about a horror film director that after his film gets really bad reviews, he kills people and uses their body parts as effects for his next film. Now, there are a few reasons why this movie is being covered for Remember November. A, I bought this from FYE for $3 today. B, it stars the porn star Sasha Grey, and it also co-stars Herschel Gordon Lewis, the man who directed Blood Feast, 2000 Maniacs, Color Me Blood Red, The Wizard of Gore, and Blood Feast 2. And finally, C. Sasha Grey is attempting to pull a Connie Mason. Now, if you don't know this, Connie Mason was Miss June in 1963 in Playboy magazine, and she started her film career by being in films directed by Herschel Gordon Lewis. Two films, actually. His two films, Blood Feast and 2000 Maniacs. So it seems like Sasha Grey is trying to do the same thing and trying to get into the film industry, the actual film industry, not just the pornographic film industry. And so, yeah, it's kind of like history's repeating itself. Also, the plot sounds like something Herschel Gordon Lewis would make. So our film opens with a quote from Herschel Gordon Lewis, and then a warning from him saying that this movie is really violent. And we get a title sequence reminiscent of a film from Quentin Tarantino or Robert Rodriguez. The film has some good music. We get to this guy talking to a psychologist about a killer doll toy, and I'm assuming this is the film that gets bad reviews because it's pretty bad. So the audience is watching and they're complaining about the film. And I mean, the effects in this movie are like the effects in the movie within the movie are like stuff from Herschel Gordon Lewis. I'm not even joking, but a lot worse. So far, it's not that bad of a movie. It looks nice. There isn't a single annoying character yet. And we get to the director who's at a strip club and he's complaining about the cast and crew of the film not being good enough. And then at this bar, this guy is like burning green army men, and then the stripper comes and gives our director a lap dance. He then leaves the strip club with her and drives somewhere, and he gets in a wreck and she dies. So now it's a dead stripper in the front seat. Get it? Exploitation film humor. So there's the dead hooker stripper in his car, and the director's effects are really, really bad. Like, so bad they make the visual effects in Metropolis from the 1920s look like Avatar. Um, yeah. So he uses the dead stripper's inspiration for his next film, and he just kind of takes her out of his trunk and films her corpse, and then shows it to investors, and they like it, so they give him some money. The director decides to use his own blood for the blood effects, and I mean that's kind of cool. But the effects didn't work very well. Let's see, we have the dead stripper still in the trunk. We have our director talking to the dead stripper. And Whitman goes to the critic, who gave him a very bad review, calling him the Antichrist of cinema. And he's dressed up as Clint Eastwood in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And he literally goes in there dressed like that and kills her, cuts her head off, and harvests her body parts to use them as effects. I'm liking this movie more and more every minute. Also, the music is very 70s, 60s, 70s, like horror film music, or kind of cheap stock music, more like. Well, I don't want to say cheap stock music, but decent stock music. So, Smash Cut is a pretty good film. It's definitely overlooked. I mean, it currently has like a 3.9 on IMDb, and I mean, sure, the acting isn't that good. The characters are either really flat or really funny, fun, and goofy. It feels like a film that's like completely inspired by Herschel Gordon Lewis. It's very fun, schlocky kind of splatter horror. It kind of holds up. It's a well shot movie. It's well lit. It has a nice low budget kind of feel and look to it. It keeps you entertained. It, and I mean, even at the very end, it even says dedicated to the life and career of Herschel Gordon Lewis. So this is obviously a HGL inspired film. I'd definitely say if you are a fan of Herschel Gordon Lewis, definitely check this one out. It's actually pretty good, and I think I'd compare it maybe to like a Ryan Nicholson film. Um, as I said earlier, I got this from an FYE for $3. That was definitely worth it. On the gore meter from 1 to 10, 1 being something like The Corpse Grinders, and 10 being something like Brain Dead, Smash Cut's a 5 or a 6. It's got a decent amount of gore. So yeah, definitely worth the $3 I paid for it. I'd maybe even pay up to $6 or $7 for it. I mean, it's a good movie. It's fun. 4 out of 5. Anyway, guys, I'm Biscuit Boo, 6'9", signing off. Peace.